Like, were you embraced by the Czech people? How do they look at foreigners? Are they pretty accepting?
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing here in the Czech Republic because there's a stereotype that people are like angry or depressed in a way because Czech people have like resting angry face, you'd say. It's like they are very straight faced and they're not very smiley. Like in North America, people are always kind of have a almost fake smile or just look generally happy, but here it's very just straight. And so you think they might be not welcoming, but then as soon as you get them talking and everything, they've really opened up to me and have been super kind and welcoming and are always like super, and in my comments on social media are always friendly and say, welcome to the Czech Republic and everything. It's just like a thing that you have to break past the barrier to get into their heart.
And how long does that process take to break through that barrier?
I'd say like if you meet them just a few times, you can break through and kind of understand Czech humor because Czech humor is more of it's a little bit darker, a little bit more like satire rather than typical humor. So you just kind of get understand their mind a little bit more, and you can kind of break them down and get them to be really friendly. But overall, especially in Prague, I found that it hasn't been too difficult to make friends with Czech people or with foreigners who live here as well.
Yeah, it seems like every country has a different way of making friends, a different kind of cultural norms. It's what you're saying sounds a little bit similar to like Germany. Like I spent a
Yeah.
month in Germany, not like a ton of time, but I definitely noticed that people were like not super excited to talk to people that they didn't know.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's similar to Germany, where it's outwardly they might not seem interested in the conversation, or they seem to themselves and reserved. And it is true they're very reserved people, but I think that once you get like make friends, everything's pretty normal. And especially in the talking about the pubs, I think as soon as you go to a pub with people and you have a few pints of beer, everyone is much more loose. Everyone's very outgoing and into the conversation then.
That's a universal
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Like talking to my German friends, the way that they describe it is like for us in North America, we are a little bit maybe more superficial. Like yeah,
Yeah.
we're smiling and we're acting happy and we're talking to strangers and making small talk. But if you really kind of stripped it down, we're not genuinely interested in a lot of the people that we're talking to. Like we're kind of
Yeah.
like just there's a lot of fluff. And so they've described it to me like with Germans, it's harder to make a friend because there's some, like you said, some barriers to break through. But once you make that friend, you know that they're like a true friend. And they're not just saying that they want to hang out with you. They actually want to hang out with you. And they'll probably be a friend for life. It won't be superficial. So that's like the positive side of being like a little bit more standoffish at the beginning, I guess.
Right, yeah. I think they're Czech people are very loyal and very good friends as soon as you break them down and become that friendship really starts. And it's just like getting to know them well first, and then it becomes like a great thing. So it's I kind of like it as like in the US, uh, if you go to a coffee shop or something, the barista is so smiley and friendly and like ask you how your day is going and maybe the weather or anything like that. And here you walk into a coffee shop and they'll just look at you and they won't say anything. You just be like, okay, coffee, and they say, yep, and you get it and go, and that's it. That's the interaction. But if you actually are looking to make a friend and talk to someone and they want the same, then I think everything's fine. Yeah, it's easy to do, and they're super welcoming to foreigners.